So if you want to come to Principal M and order a semi-bespoke suit, there's many procedures from start to finish, from the fittings, to the timing, to the fabrics. So it's important to know what you're going to get into. The first question we'll ask you, or go over, is TPO.
So based on the time, place, occasion, we'll recommend you a selection of fabrics.
So for example, if you're looking for something that can be worn formally and also a little bit more casually, something for fall and winter, for example, we might give you a suggestion of wearing maybe a gabardine, wool gabardine, kind of like what I'm wearing today.
For frequent flyers, we'll recommend, for example, fabrics that are high twist, good for travel, very wrinkle resistant, that doesn't take a lot of maintenance.
After we choose the fabric, which is the first step, we'll talk a little bit about the basic design elements. For example, single breast, double breasted. Some of these basic design elements will actually impact some of the measurements that we're going to take.
We take about 25 measurements for semi-bespoke normally. We try to take very detailed measurements from the beginning to save the troubles for the later. Besides taking the measurement, I'll observe quite attentively the body shape, the posture of the customers. For example, stoop, erect, the same measurement with different postures, you have completely different pattern.
After the measurements, then we'll come and we'll talk a little bit about the design. This can actually take a little bit longer if you prefer, if you have a very strong preference of the design you want, from the pocket designs to the vents to the lapels. In the trousers, there's a lot of stuff to go over. However, if you don't really have a strong preference of your design, you just like the Principal M style, we can kind of guide you along that process to make sure the suit is kind of like what you might see in some of our pictures or videos. Finally, we'll take some personal information, we'll get your contact, and we do 50% deposit up front to get the process started. So this first process of day one, when we're doing the initial consultation of starting your suit, it usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half.
So after about 2 to 3 weeks, we'll contact you for the first fitting. It's a based shell. Everything is changeable at this stage. We'll normally do quite a bit adjustment. It takes about 30 minutes to 1 hour, depends.
After the first fitting, it takes about another 2 to 3 weeks to prepare the second fitting. So if it's your first time making a suit with us, we'll do 2 fittings. If you've made suits with us before and we've got your sort of pattern nailed down, maybe we'll just do 1 fitting for semi-bespoke suits.
So now the second fitting was ready. Normally second fitting is much easier than the first one. We'll do minor adjustments. We'll put the facing on so the customer can really see what the finished suit look like.
So another 2 weeks later, when the suit is finished and ready, we'll contact you, we'll schedule time to come in and try the suit on. So it's really important that you try to find time to come in and try it on for the final fitting. This is because maybe there is something we can adjust. Maybe it's a personal preference that we can take note of for your next order.
So it's quite happy to see customers pick up the finished suit and be happy about it.
So the process of ordering a suit from start to finish, you can expect to take about 6 weeks.
For all suits commissioned here at Principal M, we offer after service, which includes ironing, future alteration, for body changes, minor maintenance. So we can do all those things for you.
This is really cool. That's totally like Jamin's style,
Yeah.
right?